Yeah, finally leaving. As you seen, I was going up the alley and didn't have any camera in my hand. You kind of leave. You might get suspicious. Maybe you think I'm videotaping cars or anything, or the yard being dirty or something, which is none of my business. But maybe that's what he thought. Yeah, out where that blue thing is, that's where the dumpster is. Quite a walk. It's quite a walk to be able to go down there and throw the trash. Lucky for me, most of the time my brother does it. I want to talk a little bit about one reason I haven't been on in a long time is I had a lot of problems. Somebody that was trying to make trouble for my family, and unfortunately we suspect it's a family member making up all kinds of stuff, sending people down our house, and they've done this before, so that's why we suspect the same person. And I have to watch what I say because they'll use anything they can just to cause trouble and harass us. I've even had times I have to close off the ringer on my phone because they keep ringing, either making crank calls at times, or I just want to avoid the person that's trying to call. They don't care about us, and when it has to do with, they think my dad has money, which he don't, and they wanted to see I just can't get into it, and that's the reason why I wasn't making videos, and hopefully I can just avoid saying too much about anything so that they can't use anything to hurt me or my family. I still haven't had a ride in the car for quite a while. My brother's girlfriend's the one who takes me, and she's been very, I don't know when she's going to be better. She's been sent from one doctor to another, and right now she's at the point she's not working. She's out on sick leave due to being very ill. From what I hear, the the psychiatric nurse I had, she left the clinic where I was going. I don't have no idea who they're gonna put me with. I'm very scared about going out there in a car. It's been quite a few months that I haven't gone in a car, and I do have trouble riding in cars, period. Not just going out distance, but also riding in a car. I'm claustrophobic in a car due to after a shock, and I struggle with that. This makes me dizzy and feel like passing out. My body stiffens up in a car, so the car ride itself is no picnic for me, and not along going somewhere far. And it's been a few months now, and it's going to be different when I ever do get to go out someday, hopefully. In the meantime, I'm trying to keep up going outside so I can try to, at least master that a little bit, so that I'll feel a little better getting in a car. So, if I can't even go out, I would be a little more nervous to go in a car. Some days are better than others. Some days I'm so dizzy I really can't feel the ground too good, and I'm not too steady on my feet, and I get panic. I mean, on my first video you've seen where the mailbox is, to some people that's not very far. Sometimes I have a hard time making it off the porch to get to the mailbox. Today's just a luckier day. Maybe the companion of my flip cam can make me a little more braver to get out there, feeling like I'm not by myself, because I don't have anybody to take walks with me, and I'm pretty much on my own to go out the door. I don't want to bring any of my cats outside. They're not outdoor cats, and I don't want them to be outdoor cats. And there are no cats in this neighborhood from what I see. So I don't really have anybody to come take a walk or whatever. Don't know if you can see all the way past the dumpster. The fence continues all the way down there, behind another dumpster that belongs to another building, and that's where the opening of the fence is. So it's quite of a walk. In the summer, I tend to venture out further because it's warm enough to sit down when you need to, when I'm hurting too much or got too much pain in my knees or whatever, or I feel dizzy. At least I can sit on the curb, or I can sit on a step somewhere, you know, pick the closest place. When it's cold, I don't know, I catch things easily. I don't like to go out and sit on cement walls or sit on stairs. I would probably get sick from doing that. The video you see in the background on the right, that's in a big office building. The trees that are near the fence that they have planted on their side, it kind of blocks the view of what I'm really looking at. It's probably hard to see. There's trees and whatever. There's no really open space unless you're up higher, to see, you know, the whole entire area. Right now I'm right, you know, next to the fence, and that's trees on the other side of the fence, the business property that owns the trees, not in my yard. All right, a little bit closer to the dumpster, but still at least, I'd say 25 feet maybe. And I'm showing you a little bit view. I'm still standing in the backyard, which is kind of backyard to two houses, and that's the view around here. Basically, if it was a school day, or a day, you know, in the summertime, there'd be probably people out here by this hour. Heading back a little bit more to my house, you can see my porch over there, and maybe show a little view of down the hill. This is about the furthest I've been walking for a while. You know, some days are better than others. Other days I won't even get off the porch. But coming up the alley, the wall to the left, that's where I like to sit in the summertime. That's my favorite place to sit. I like to feel the sun on my knees because it eases the pain and stuff. So, and right there is the mailbox, or the back side of the mailbox. And I don't know whether anybody's in the front of the buildings, but the street is like an L shape. When I'm looking on the right, that's still the same street. When I turn the camera up here, it's still the same street. It's shaped like an L, the street, and those are houses. You know, people don't know anybody lives there, but the houses. And this is my neighborhood. Nothing too fancy, you know. And it seems like, you know, that's why it's hard to venture off too much in the back, because it's all fenced in. It's not my landlord that put the fence, it's the business fence that's all in like that. And we did try a petition and everything, and nothing worked. They didn't care less, you know, and didn't block the kids. But now there's not so many bad kids on the street as there was back then. But, you know, unfortunately, we have to walk around, and it's hard for someone, you know, that hurts in their knees, or older people. They could have took a shortcut, but not anymore. And here I am. I'm standing at the end of the building on the side of me. Here you can see the view of the office building and the red dumpster that belongs to the outer property. And if you look to the left of that, that's where the fence opens to go out into the parking lot. Straight ahead, you have to walk in through that parking lot, going to the left, all the way out. I don't know if my camera's good enough to pick up cars, but it's a street over there. That's one of the main roads, which the cars go very fast over there, and that's a 4-lane. And unlike my street, right now I'm showing the street, there ain't much traffic, so it's easy to cross my street, but I don't dare to go across the 4-lane one walking. I've almost got hit by a car more than once, and you have to be able to run because the cars don't slow down for nobody, even in a crosswalk. I've almost got hit. So you look around, you see no cars coming. By the time you get to the middle of the road, you find yourself in front of a car. So unless you're young and can run real quick, then, you know, then okay. But that's one street I don't cross. In this city, they don't care about people waiting in the crosswalks. That's one of the dangerous places, is a crosswalk. See, right now I'm walking up my street just a little bit. Have to be careful because there's a lot of sand here on the sidewalk. Don't mind the left side. This is the property of the commercial who the city says cannot tell them to cut their branches or to clean their sidewalk or cut their grass. And up the street they're kind of doing some, I think they're trying to level off the land. There used to be another huge house like the one that you see now in the picture. There was another huge house there that got arsoned about 2 years ago. And they're leveling off the land because I guess they're going to make a parking lot, I guess, for the other property or something. And I guess the sand's been going in the other yard of the other house. And it's not a very big street I live on. And as you can see, you don't see cars going by every second. So it's a very easy street to cross. Main roads bother me because there's a lot of traffic. You have to wait. I tend to not feel nervous to cross the street here because it won't take long to get across, due to the fact that, you know, there's no traffic much. So I like the flip cam. It kind of tells you how many more minutes you're on or how many minutes you've been using. And my hand is starting to get numb. And I'm starting not to feel my hand that's holding the camera actually. So I'm gonna head back in. What you see in front of you is the house on the side of the one I live in. They have a different kind of porch. Then I'm heading back to my house and probably be closing it off when I get to the doors. Yeah, I have a couple of stairs, like 6, 7 stairs to go up. And a porch to walk apart. And the end of the porch is where the door to go in. We really don't have a porch for our side. Like, see, the porch ends where the door to go in ends. We used to have a longer porch, but when they took the 3-story porches off and redid the porches, they only did the first floor. And they didn't quite do it as long as it used to be, because we used to have our own private side in front of our windows, but we don't no more. So, this is my neighborhood, nothing fancy. Bye.